Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I'm here this afternoon to have a coffee with Antonio Sanchez. He's from Spain, but he's living in Belgium. Hello, Antonio. How are you?
Hello, Gemma. Good evening. Thank you for your invitation. I'm just doing fine.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Right. How is the weather there in Belgium?
Well, not bad. In fact,
Hello,
from the
everyone.
very moment we get confined, the sun has been shining all
Yeah,
the
like
time,
here.
so it's great.
Like here in the Netherlands. I never been with this much sun
Yeah,
until
it happens the same here.
It's really weird.
According to the people that was living here, I just landed in Belgium in December, so so far so good.
Yeah, I'm here 7 years, and it's the first time that I see the sun every day. It's incredible.
Strange. Well,
Oh. And you can go out in Belgium, or you have to be in
we can from the first moment. They tell you that you should work from home if you can, but you can go out and explore, practice sports, and go jogging, and walking with the family, and go to the parks. Even the parks are open, so no problem at all. And from last week, I think they opened the small shops and so on. So like as usual, I would say.
Yeah, well, it's completely different from Spain.
It is.
Well, how do you think this is going to impact in the technology in the world after the coronavirus?
Well, I think that the world's going to change in the way we do things. This crisis, I think, that, has just suddenly given us a look about how the world what's gonna look like in the future. It's just an open window to the future.
Yes.
Technology was growing fast, I think, but now it's even growing faster because it is allowing us to adopt the technology all of a sudden. Yesterday we were used to work from our offices, and from one day to the other, we had to take our devices and our connections home and try to do our best. And I think that technology was already mature and prepared to admit such a lot of people working from home. So I guess that the way that we are doing things now will dramatically change from the way we go shopping to the way we interact with each other. I think that before we were doing such things, maybe when we were just buying on platforms such as Amazon or Alibaba, but now we are all of a sudden obliged to do so. So there is no other option to do our shopping. I think that even people that were not used to buy online, they are also doing it that way. You don't have any other option, as I said before. And online business, I think that they are gaining trust from people that were maybe a bit afraid of interacting online and demanding products and services online. So I think that we're just adapting and discovering a new world that is also as valuable as the one we had before.
Yes, incredible. And also for family and friends. I don't know if
Sure.
that is.
Yeah, I was used to use, well, maybe the applications that everybody uses, I think, like, I don't know, maybe WhatsApp or Twitter and so on, Instagram. But I think that now even the demand for the use of those platforms is even bigger. Since we are confined at home, we cannot meet with our friends. We maybe organize every weekend these virtual coffees or virtual beers. I've seen even parties, I think.
I had
People are
dinner.
organizing parties over the weekends
Yeah, I
to
had
meet their
dinner.
friends and share a beer. So there is another way to entertain us.
It's a project that I'm working on that we organize dinners Tuesday night. So it's 2 hours and we are there. We are all over the world. So sometimes having lunch, people it's having dinner. Some are having wine. So it's really interesting. All these are changing.
I think that, as I said, all this crisis, the speed of adoption of technology was good, in my opinion, but now it's even better because there is the only option if we want to stay connected, to keep the productivity in our companies and so on. So technology was there, just waiting for a moment like this. And as I said, I think it is mature. And the only problem is that society or even us as individuals have to learn how to use technology. Well, I use my device, my mobile device, but I guess that I'm just taking advantage of it at 10% maybe of its power. So now I'm learning to use the technology that surrounds me even in a better and more productive way.
Yeah, I feel it because I work a lot in Spain, even I'm in the Netherlands. And sometimes before the people want a meeting face to face, but now I'm doing a lot of business even in other places in the world, in Cyprus, in Russia, and it's like, wow, this is incredible. Because before the people wanted to meet face to face first, now we cannot do it. So that's good.
It's true. It's true. I mean, this is the way we have to do the things now if we want to stay productive. Well, you've seen the situation in Spain, back in Spain. I mean, a lot of people are losing their jobs.
Yes.
If you have the possibility and you have the means, you are prepared to keep on working by using technology, you shouldn't avoid it. I mean,
Yes.
you have to stay productive. You cannot stay at home just thinking that you are on holidays. It's not.
Yes.
You are still working, and you have to stay productive all the time.
And there are many possibilities. There are
And
many
there are, I
things that you
think.
can do. And
So,
what do you think? How do you think the people can get the best of technology?
well, I think that it's all about education. I mean, this is a scenario we hadn't lived before. So, as I said, with this maybe see the example of the use I do of my mobile phone. We were used to use just simple applications to interact with other people. But now we see that we have a real need to take even more advantage of the use of the technology and all the things that it can offer. So I think that it is just a matter of education and being able to use technology and to keep updated with the trends and the platforms that I guess that we are all discovering now because I was used to use Google Meet, sorry, and WebEx when I wanted to maintain a video conference with my teammates back in the office. And now I'm discovering other possibilities like Zoom and other platforms that can give you the same service. So I think we are just discovering a myriad of indefinite platforms that can do the same thing.
And do you think this should be starting the schools? They will have to change.
Definitely. I think it should. I think it should. As a technician myself, I have already started working with my bigger son with Marcos, who is just 9 years old. I have started coding with him because I think that the future is technology. I mean, it has already shown that thanks to technology, we can stay connected and productive in our work. So I think that from the start of our lives, we should know how to, I don't know if maybe how to code a computer, but we should understand the way that computing works, at least.
Yeah, to change the way of educating because now the needs are completely different than 20 years ago and the schools continue working the same.
Completely different. Yeah, that's it. Yes. You're right. When I was in Spain months ago, I constantly had a doubt. Well, back in September, when you have to buy hundreds of books. My children are just 9 years old and 5 years old, and I was amazed at the amount of books that I had to buy for those little kids.
Yes.
I thought sometimes they were attending the university, and I said, why do we need so many books for the things they are studying? And I thought that the transition to becoming digital and to being able to have the same education they are having now, just by taking the information from ebooks or I don't know, from the internet, it could be feasible now.
Yes.
But of course, we have big companies selling of those books. We have interest at the school to keep the business as it was before. So only when a crisis like this happens and has an impact on society and individuals as a whole, we change the way we do things. But if not, if there is no need to do the change, we don't do it. I mean,
yeah, but it's curious for me that we continue doing the same in the school, but the life is completely different, and the way the people behave. Because my daughter is 14, and I was talking with her, the way they work, the kids, the 14 years old kids, they do everything together. They work together. They are at home, different homes, but they chat about everything and they consult everything between them. And it's like, yeah, it's no need to know all the things the way that we did it before.
No, and now what I'm seeing here in Brussels with of course, not with my little one, with my Martina, who is 5 years old, as you said, but with Marcos, I mean, they have just left aside the books they were using daily. And now just the teacher, I mean, we are demanding more from our teachers now.
Yes.
We are not just following the topics and the subjects that the books contains, but the teacher has to put a lot of effort to prepare everyday classes now. So I think that is the way to do things. I mean, the information is on the internet. I mean, it's everywhere. So you just, as a teacher, I think you have to compile that information to make it simple for the children and just try to communicate it and to transmit it in the easiest way possible. But we don't need any physical support to have a class.
Yeah, I think we need to. Yes, I agree. I think they need more to learn how to search for the information they need and how to search and where to search. Because everything is there.
You're right. I mean, they have everything that they need. As an example, with Marcos, he's studying French here, of course, and he could speak French. I mean, my wife speaks French with them, and so he can speak French properly. But of course, he didn't know how to write and how to read French. So now, when I try to help him with the language, I compare the way he has to work or to study the language compared to the way I had to study back in the 70s. Yes. I had my physical dictionary of English, my physical dictionary of French, and it was all the time searching for the words. But now they have the iPads and the tablets, so they can search even the pronunciation. I mean, they don't have to read those horrible transcriptions that we had in the dictionary. So it is so easy to access the information that I mean, I'm surprised when my kid is tired of searching for the information. I told him, you should have lived 40 or 50 years before and see how I was studying back in the 70s. It was
when you need to find information, different. Sometimes you don't have it at home. You have to go to the library, and now you have everything. Yeah. But now, for example, here in my daughter, when she passed to the school with 13, they asked her to buy dictionaries for French, for German, from English, for everything. So we have 10 books there that she never used because she said to Google. So it's like, why they asked, that's what I told you, they asked the same way the before, but they don't do it the same way. So I think...
I mean, it's all about keeping those companies alive, I guess. I mean, the business model has changed, but we have still to, we have to commute every day to our offices. So we need maybe 1 or 2 cards. We have to refill our tanks every week or to have those cards available. I mean, there is an industry behind all of our business model as it was before that has to be maintained. And if we want those business models to change, we are going to find a lot of, obstacles.
Yes, that's true.
As I said, nobody wants to change. Just a baby who is wet wants to change. And the rest of the people want everything to stay as it was before.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, changes are scary. And what advice would you give to the small companies in this situation? What do you suggest them to do with technology?
Well,
because they are suffering.
I'm focusing on the situation in Spain again with the restaurants and the Horeca sector being shut down and closed. And maybe I'm being too naive and too simple. I mean, that's not my business, but I see the problems they are facing from my technology point of view. And I think that it could be easy. I mean, just to shut down your shop, if you are paying a rental, just forget it and get online. I mean, just define what you need online and take advantage of even the cost of maintaining an online platform that I guess that has nothing to do and is not comparable to opening a shop every day. You don't have the limitations of certain hours you have to be open during the day. I mean, you can work on a 24/7 basis and your reach from the moment you get online is the whole world. I mean, depending on the products or services you're offering, you can maybe sell your products to the States or to Greece or to Spain or wherever you want. So I think that the opportunities are there. And another advantage of working with online platforms, as I said, the cost, of course. I would say that maybe it's demanding to fail from the very first moment. I mean, if I open a shop and I get a contract and I have to pay a rental for that shop for a year, maybe I'm just putting at risk, I don't know, 20,000 euros, 30,000 euros. If I have to launch an online platform, maybe I'm putting at risk, I don't know, 1,000 euros. It's just paying a consultant to design the web, paying a technician to maintain it, and I just take care of the business model as I was before. I mean, I keep on working with my providers, delivering services of the products, and not much more. So I think that, as an advice, I would say you have to go online and you have to fail fast and early and to learn from the failures you are committing maybe and just try to fine tune the things and the solutions you are going to put online.
And then for the people, because there is a lot of people that they don't know anything about technology. They know WhatsApp, Facebook, and that's it. So what do you will tell them to take into account to create a good strategy? Because you need to have a strategy. You cannot just go. You need to.
Of course, maybe a person who was the owner of a restaurant, it makes no sense to tell that person, no, you have to learn about Amazon Web Services and about coding in HTML to create a web page. But I think that it is easier to find a solution by just maybe hiring a consultant and to have a good solution than maintaining a shop, a physical shop, that is just wasting your money because I mean you cannot run your business in this moment, so it makes no sense. Just maintaining something that maybe it will be closed for months, and maybe you are just betting on a business model that is finished. So you would be better maybe just changing the way you were working before and trying to adapt to the new situation and give a solution from the very first moment. I mean, you don't have to wait for anything. When I see these people now in Spain with those limits in opening, I mean, maybe they don't have, they have just to attend like a 30 or 40% of the space you have in the shop. I mean, that's ridiculous. You cannot maintain your business model and your cost and your revenues with so few people coming into your shop. So I think that the good solution is, if you want to maintain it open, keep it open, but just lean on digital platforms to complement the services and the products you are offering to your customers.
Yeah, because a lot of people is closing. Yeah, and I can help these kind of companies.
I mean, that's my point, Gemma. True. It's true. It's true.
Yes.
Well, for me, as a technician, as I said before, technology is just about opportunities. I mean, to be honest, the crisis is full of opportunities if you jump on board from the beginning. I mean, you don't have to wait for anything. As I said, just fail fast, fail early, learn about your failures, the cost of being digital or going digital is very low. So you don't have any problem, any monetary problem to go online. Your reach is, is completely boosted. You can reach anywhere in the world by becoming digital, depending, of course, the model you were supporting before. And I think that, on the contrary, if you have, as I said, a physical shop, you have to pay rent and so on, and you have to have maybe a lot of products. Going digital, I think that it makes it easier to launch a minimum viable product that allows you to get on business, back on business, in a very short period of time.
Yes.
So I think it is the way to go.
And you think when they open again everything and normal life start again, you think the people will continue buying online? They will create the habit, or they will?
I think that I cannot tell you about the number of the people, but I think that a lot of people would have changed and would have enjoyed the new normality. Me myself, I wasn't a fan of how can I say, wasting my time every weekend, maybe working, having my or doing my shopping every Saturday evening, and just making a line with another 20 people before of me. I have discovered that I can buy online now, and I buy online everything I can now. I avoid going to a physical shop, not just because I'm afraid of getting this virus, but I'm just discovering that I have to enjoy my time, my spare time, with my family, with my friends, with my children, and not wasting my time doing shopping. There is no need to do so.
Yes. Yeah, I do it the same.
So in my case, they just lost me as a customer.
Yeah, for me it's the same. And I had the app before, but I never used it. And now I start using it, and it's good. You don't need to.
It's happening the same with the online banking platforms.
Yeah.
In my case, my parents are old, of course. They didn't trust using an online application that was related to their finances, because they wanted to go to the bank maybe once in a week and see that everything was correct, everything was paid, that they had enough money to buy things. But now they have discovered they can manage their finances from the tip of your finger with a mobile device. So there is no point in going back to the bank branch. So as I said, the strategy of the banks, closing and shutting down the branches, and I think it made sense. In my opinion, it was going very slow, because of course you cannot lay off 1,000 people from one day to the other without having an impact on society and the trust and everything. But now I think we have the right, not excuse, but we have the right scenario to go ahead with the strategies we were implementing before.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's going to happen in a lot of areas. I think now we have to work more in the soft skills and how to treat people and how to connect. And the technology will do the rest.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yes. And I think it's good in one way, because I realize now I have more time. I'm working a lot, but at the same time I have more time. Because only with, what you say, with the groceries, I don't need to go. And when I'm missing something, I include it in the app. If, for example, I see the milk is finishing, I put it in the app. So I'm doing my list in the app. So when I have few things, I just say, okay, bye. And it's...
We're doing the same thing. It was no sense to spend and to waste our weekends over the shopping mall, just trying to get the same product that a lot of people is trying to get at the same time. It's just a waste of time in my case. There are a lot of things to do, as you said. I'm working now, maybe even harder, but I have the time. I don't have to commute to the office every day. So from the moment I get up, wake up, I'm ready to start working. So
yes, here's the same.
I guess that for the companies is a better scenario. But as I said before, we have to maybe keep or maintain all the industries that go behind that business model that we were used to work with.
Yeah, well, for me, I'm working from home for many years. So for me, that part, when the people tell me, oh, it's not difficult for you, I say, no, it's the same. What I think is only when I finish working is when it's different. But for me, work is the same. It's better because now a lot of people understand that it's possible to work online. So it's even better.
It's true, it's true. I mean, the only barrier, the only obstacle that we had to change the model, I think that was the way we were educated. I mean, no, I have to go to the office and I have to take the tube and I have to go and stay there at 9 and from 9 to 5. And because I think that most of the companies are not measuring the performance of their employees by objectives. By the accomplishment of goals. They are just measuring the times, I mean the hours.
In the office.
Your presence in the office is important, but maybe I'm in the office just having coffee with my teammates. So I think that productivity is even bigger, I mean, now when I'm working from home, because I don't have the interaction from other teammates asking for maybe stupid things like, can we have a coffee? Do you know what happened with this person? You know, all those rumors and that.
Well, it's nice also to have this moment of community is nice, but not every day.
It's nice, but sometimes you were so focused on some task you want to go ahead with, and there is a person coming and he wants to talk with you because something happens and it seems so important that you have to go to the cafeteria with him and spend maybe an hour, and then you go back to your work and you are completely out of the focus and you have to start again thinking about what you were doing before.
Yeah, I remember when I was working in the office, I was focused, and then when I was saying, okay, I'm leaving now, then everyone was coming to me, asking me questions. I was like, okay, I don't go. And would you give any tip, a last tip, to close the talk? Anything that you think is important for the people to know?
I think you have to adopt technology from the beginning, from the very first moment, without being fearful if you are going to do something wrong. You have to trust the online platforms. I mean, Amazon, Alibaba, they have been doing business for years now, and they haven't failed. I mean, a lot of customers are satisfied, so the business model is the right one. And as I said, I guess that everyone has to go online. Maybe I'm just a housewife, or maybe I'm just a retired man, and I just want to use Instagram and Twitter. But you have to do it. I mean, you have to go online to interact with other people and to keep you informed and updated. And if you are working, of course, you have to go online too, because you need to keep your productivity alive. And if you are a businessman, there is no excuse. I mean, you have to go online to gain that reach that the online platform will give you, and to gain the trust of your customer. And I think that even online platforms can even customize a little bit more the relationship between the businessman and the customer.
Yes,
so I think that is the way to go and insist.
Yeah, and but it's true also because you can know the numbers better. You see what is working, what is not working. You can test all the time. So you can have
It's easy. I mean, it's easy to shut down a website and to get up another one next day. It's so easy. It has nothing to do with a physical shop.
Yeah, the thing that I understand, some people is scared when you don't know technology.
Yeah, at the end, we are all humans, and maybe you think that if you hire a consultant, he's going to charge you a lot of money because he's going to try to cheat you and with things that you don't need. You have to trust to choose the right person to give you the solution you need online, and that's it. But you have to go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you, Antonio. Okay, so thank you very much, Antonio. It was really nice to have you here.
It was a pleasure.
I don't know if we don't have any comments, so I think you explained everything really good.
Thank you. Great.
So, okay, so bye everyone.
Thank you, Gemma. It was great to talk with you. Bye. Bye.